just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we see the number 7 team in the country, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Florida State Seminoles. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Seminoles will get us started with the opening kickoff. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even bringing it out of the end zone. So Notre Dame's offense will get the first possession of the game. And here's the man they'll try to feed the football to no matter what the coverage looks like, Jesse.
He's their best player on offense, and I like the way this coaching staff moves him around and tries to create good matchups to take advantage of, David.
And that makes it so hard to defend. When a receiver lines up in the same spot every time, I can bring extra coverage. Man, use this guy all over the field as a weapon of mass destruction.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Gets it out fast. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Fires to the tight end. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. A new set of downs after the completion. Quick pass on the fly motion. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Going for the big play. And it's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Notre Dame! What a catch and run for 6.
Sometimes it's players, not plays, or sometimes it's both. And when you got that guy and you put him in the slot and you let him burn for a go route right past a nickel corner or one of the reserve corners or a safety, that's a great job by the offense, and that speed you can't teach, and that's why he's in the house for 6.
Ready to try the point after. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And the score comes courtesy of an explosive play in the passing game from 60 yards out. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the Florida State Seminoles offense will go to work for the first time today. This is just a great matchup to watch on the outside, and who can win downfield in the passing game.
Man, this reminds me of 1997, Charles Woodson versus David Boston. 2 physical athletes that are going to be going toe-to-toe all game long.
Yeah, 2 alphas, 2 guys that play the positions where you have to have such confidence, cornerback, wide receiver. Let's see this throwdown.
That has got to be demoralizing if you're on defense, because they just ran the ball right up the middle, down your throats, and they gashed you.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there. This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Zings it complete to the right.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Here's the handoff. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down.
It's just not easy to bring this guy down, is it? He is so dangerous once he gets the ball in his hands, and it makes me think back to old great Seminole running backs like Warwick Dunn, Travis Minor, a guy that I used to play against. How about Dalvin Cook even? Just guys that could make the first guy miss, and then they're able to just explode and burst and take it the distance. This guy right here, he is a unique talent.
On second down, he'll fire. And the ball intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense.
Who says defensive backs don't have hands? Nice job breaking on the football and making the catch. A lot of times you see guys swat it down or you see them trying to catch it. It looks like they have two left hands. Defensive backs don't catch real well. Nice job breaking on the football. Nice job securing the INT and actually catching it.
Notre Dame right back to the line. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one not to give the underdog. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And he makes the catch inside the 25. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17. This offense thrives on those big, explosive plays, and that one has them set up with a 1st and 10 from the 17. Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Makes the catch. It's Brown. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Sharp. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down. 1st down. From the gun, the ground game. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Quickly out to the tight end. Makes the tackle at the 25 after a 5-yard gain. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Rumbles ahead for a pickup of 5 to the 29.
I know the passing game sells, the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. They'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. From the gun, wants to pass. The throw fires into traffic. It's picked off. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change, they take over at the 43.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Here come the Irish, back on offense. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. To the air, it's Coates. It's complete to the left. At the 35, he's got room. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. New set of downs after that completion. He wants to throw. A shot toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he's going to try to return this one. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. Trying to pick it up on the ground. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down. The Seminoles come to the line with a new set of downs. Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. The quarterback would love to have that throw back, but at least he'll brag that he overthrew that dude.
my arm strength is elite. You see that? I can overthrow guys that can run like that. Yeah, it's probably not what's coming to mind, but man, you just want to put it out there. Maybe put a little bit more air underneath it. Not a lot more when you got a guy that fast, but man, that's probably one he wants back.
Line is set on third down. They'll try to get the first through the air. Got it in the middle. It's Roberts. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy. The Seminoles are on the move. The give to the back. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
Drives ahead for 3 to the 27-yard line. They've made clutch, tough plays on this drive on third down. They need one more on 3rd and 7. The throw. He looks that one in nicely. And he's not down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Staying physical in the red zone as he's pulled down after picking up 3 balls at the 14. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Out of the gun, the give to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. They'll run the screen. They play that screen nicely. He tried to find his way to the marker, but it'll be 4th down. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. From the left hash, and this distance ought to make that angle pretty easy to handle. Right down the boulevard, it's good. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Lets it fly. And he makes the catch inside the 25. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the 1st down. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. From the 22 on 1st and 10. Makes the grab. It's Sharp. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too. Notre Dame now operating in the red zone. On 2nd down, looking again to throw. Oh, it makes the grab. Oh, couldn't get the foot down. It's incomplete. And they can't quite hook up trying to make a completion in the back corner of the end zone. 3rd down, and this crowd is tearing the lid off this place. Looking to throw it again. Lets it go to the end zone. And he wanted to get the score right there, but it falls incomplete. And it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point makes it a 21-3 lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. South Carolina has the lead right now, but this Williams-Brice crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. They're up by 4 over Syracuse. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And the Seminoles headed quickly to the line. Going up top on 1st down. That's caught. It's Suggs. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. 2nd down coming up. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. Touchdown, Florida State. And once he got loose, it was all over.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Here come the Irish back on offense. Looking for a man. It's Coates. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. They're testing the right side here. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
Well, as a defense, you know this is going to be a challenge every time you face this offense. They're one of the 25 best in the nation at getting 1st downs because they can pick them up in a variety of ways, including running the football. You have got to be physical when facing up against this offense.
From the gun, the running back has it. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. They're working that left side. And he couldn't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They really have no choice here. This is a no-brainer. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And he's got it inside the 25. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. They'll immediately call timeout. Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Grabbed over the middle. It's Gore. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Let's it fly. Hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Irish. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. And the extra point sails through for a 28-10 lead. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. The give to the tailback. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great one in Tallahassee going on. And we have to start this halftime breakdown by addressing the play of this elite wide receiver. This is clearly a young man who, once he's finished playing on Saturdays, he's going to be playing on Sundays. The kid has different gears. He has a knack for finding gaps in the defense. And I can't remember a college player with that kind of catch radius. And with that, let's send it back to our guys at Bobby Bowden Field.
Kickoff team has the ball teed up, and they're about ready to go. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on 4th downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
They make the stop, and this running game moves the chains as they get the first down.
I think Jesse and Reese could call offensive plays for any team if they're having this much success on the ground. It starts with the ground game, right? Like, you can chew up these kind of plays, then I can play action later on and take shots. But right now, defense has first got to stop the run game that's been chewing them up.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on 1st down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
From the gun, running back gets to give. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. The Noles racing to the line in the hurry-up. Looking to throw. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. The screen, by definition, is slow developing. That was just a little too slow.
Yeah, quarterback just held on to it a split second too long. You want to invite the rush to you as a quarterback when you're executing that play, but you've got to be able to get rid of it, and you've got to be able to negotiate the rush and somehow, some way, find a way to get that receiver or running back the ball in his hands, and the QB couldn't get it done.
He gets the first one off, and he was busier than he hoped in that loss last week, being called on 5 times. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week.
Oh, he wants it all. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Back to throw, it's Coates. Quick strike complete. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
It's a really nice job in coverage defensively there, because that tight end, he wasn't really even open. Quarterback just still tried to put it on him and give him an opportunity, but great tackle, short of the stick, setting up fourth down.
Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down. Looking for a productive play on first down. He's going to pass. He lets it fly. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down. Couldn't make the play last time. Now it's 2nd and 10 from the 30.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the...
Going to take a shot at this DB. And it's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And the pummeling has started. If he can keep putting together games like this, he might have a shot at Brady Quinn's career touchdown record of 95. All the great quarterbacks the Irish have had, guys like Joe Theismann, John Heward. Nobody's even close to that.
Yeah, and that's crazy to think about being in that kind of a company. And Notre Dame's always been a good running team. And when they find quarterbacks and have great quarterback play, then I think they start to take off to that next level. And so far, he's showing that here today.
The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They'll test the right side. Nice move to keep running. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
This running back just doesn't go down easily. It's just difficult for defenses to get him on the ground. Not overly huge, but if I'm an offensive coordinator, I'm going to continue to find ways to feature him and just, you know what, let his talent do the rest.
Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
Well, it's a nice job, too, the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with it.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Dialing up a second down pass play. He makes the grab. He makes the stop at the 43-yard line. It's a pickup of 15, and they've got it in plus territory. The Seminoles are flying down the field. Handoff from the gun. Running with power. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
They'll keep it on the ground. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. On target over the middle. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. And the Noles have it with a 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
There's been a little bit of a seesaw here the last 2 plays. Offense gets a chunk play, and then the defense gets a sack. Great job by the defense there, turning the page and coming up with the big one.
That last play, the kind of thing that can mess up a really good drive. It's 2nd and 17. They go to the counter. They pull him down after a 4-yard gain down to the 24. They've got a ways to go on 3rd down from the 24 as this defense tries to force him into a field goal try. Makes his connection. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They'd hoped to get him in space, create running room, and there just wasn't anything there.
Yeah, I love the 3rd down aggressive, in-your-face defense, not giving you any room to run down the field. Great job by the defense. They saw the throw, the quick pass, reacted to it, got him on the ground for a loss.
Smashes it between the uprights. There is a flag on the play. Now, if this is on the defense, it might not change that much. Offense has already made the long field goal. Can't make contact with the kicker like that. A costly special teams penalty. You've got to know your path in front of the kicker. Offense comes back on the field. The defense in a most benevolent move, giving the offense a new set of downs. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, no! Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
35, Florida State.
Returner will field it and try to get some field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here come the Irish back on offense. Quick pass on the jet motion. Crosses to 30. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
The fullback. This takes me back to my days growing up. Watching the fullback being on the field every single play. You don't see that anymore, but the big fella gets the football. Hey, he looks like he knew what to do with it, too. Nice little pickup, little agility, little speed, but mostly a lot of just girth and strength and just grown man.
And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the 3rd. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Looking for a man, it's Coates. He's going to throw deep right side. And he reels it in inside the 30. He was oh so close to wrapping up this 3rd quarter with a score. What a play to finish off the period. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. Notre Dame ready to go back to work with another 1st down. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Oh, he makes the catch. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And the beatdown has ensued. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
What are you doing? Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. He's brought down at the 30, but a productive return after deciding to bring it out. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Catch in the middle, it's Roberts. They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Trying to convert this second and short. He's looking to throw. Got it set up on the outside. They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit him for a first down and much more. Really good execution by this offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. And after the interception, able to get it in plus territory, taking it back to the 41.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Paul. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. They're looking at a third down and short from the 33. They'll go with a direct snap. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30.
This is one of the top 10 offenses in the nation in getting first downs. To do that, you gotta have balance. Can't always throw for it.
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Irish! And the route is on. The lead grows, and you can sense they know how important wins are this late here in Week 11.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Mississippi State is ahead early in Stark Vegas, but that's not exactly Dak Prescott out there. This game is a long way from being over. They're up. Over Texas A&M. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. To the air on first down. They've got the screen set up. Powers through the defender. They make the stop, but a good pickup there on first down. Completion a little short of the sticks. It's second down. He's looking to throw. And The pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Man, this offense just keeps trying to find something to go well. They're down so big. There's still time on the clock. Maybe they can put something together, but so far today, this has been ugly.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Now improvising. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. And the Seminoles will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. On the return, it's Brown. And the returner will be brought down. Here come the Irish back on offense. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the 2nd half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller, too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play. This Notre Dame offense carving it up. They're working with another 1st down. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Looking to throw, it's Coates. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. Notre Dame coming to the line with another 1st down. They'll go to the ground. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. A 1st down run on the doorstep. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. He'll do it himself. And he'll be stuffed. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4. Notre Dame lines up quickly. They want to power it in on the ground on 3rd and goal. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Floats it out in space. And there is nothing doing on that one. You got the completion and nothing else to show for it. And now to try to put things in motion on 2nd and long from the 15. Got it on the outside. It's Suggs. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Passing game very effective on 2nd down. What about here on 3rd? From the gun, wants to pass. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Complete to the right. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense. Continue to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today, too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one. They went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them. Or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
And the running game has been going in the wrong direction. They'll try to get their first positive play of the drive here on 3rd down. Well, look what we have here, guys. After all the early season doubts, these guys have put together a winning streak.
They sure had it. Man, they're just believing in themselves right now. This is a completely different looking team than what we saw early in the year. They're playing with so much more confidence. And David, when you start making plays, you start stringing W's together, that's obviously what happened.
Everybody gets energized. Everybody starts to contribute. Young guys start to grow up. Coaches start to believe in them. Everything starts to turn around and swing the other way. They got it all going in the right direction.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.